Welcome to Module 13 in the final section for the job order creation. You'll see here we're on the Salary and Benefits tab. Now, I do want to highlight the preview feature. If you click that, it'll actually show you a preview of the job. Now, that actually did pop up the error messages. You do see there are a few required fields on this page. You do have to confirm that it meets the minimum wage requirement, which the hour and wage, we talked about that back in the Fair Labor Standards Act. They do have to do that. There are actual built-in validations as well to make sure that somebody's not putting something in that's less than minimum wage. And there are some additional options for the employer to choose based on salary and hours. Full-time, part-time, and what type of job it is. How often they'll work per week, different work shifts. They can put benefits in. If they want to choose these, they have to say, yes, there is benefits, and what those benefits are. So that's salary and benefits. We're going to save and go to the final tab, the recruitment information. This is the hiring contacts information listed here. It's for internal use. These will not be displayed to the job seeker. It's just who the hiring manager is and their contact details. It's just useful if you're working with an employer. You can always look at one of their jobs and go to the recruitment tab. You'll see it right there. The job closing date is defaulted to 30 days out. They can extend that further. Or they can extend it even less. Can't be in the past. Has to be at least 4 days in the future. So we don't post jobs for less than 4 days. Mainly because we also offer Veterans Priority Service, which for the first 24 hours, the job is only available to qualified veterans. If there is a qualified veteran in the system, which is defined as someone who is 3 stars or better, who's a veteran, we will only display it to them. Number of openings. So while you might have one job posting, it might be for multiple positions. So you could put there's 10 openings, or it could just be one. There's no real limit on that other than you want it to be however many positions are available. This is not the number of referrals that they're wanting. So if they wanted you to send them 100 referrals, that's not the number of openings. There might only be one opening. There's just one job, but you could send them 100 applicants. That would not be this number. This is how many actual jobs are available. Then you've got the interview contact preferences here. The very first one is the default, just they'll receive it in their Focus Talent account. Now, if you're working directly with that employer, more often than not, they're not even using Talent. They're giving you the job to post on their behalf. So you would want to make sure you get one of these other contact methods so that after they've been screened, they can be sent to the employer. They may want them emailed, which you select this, it'll actually send them a copy of the resume as an attachment to whatever email address you put in here, usually a company email. Maybe they have their own website. You can put the URL in here, make sure it has the HTTP in front of it. Then you have some of your traditional methods such as mail, fax, calling, showing up in person. And if there's something else that's not covered by those methods, you can put other instructions here. Maybe they need to bring 3 references with them. Maybe they have to add a cover letter to their resume. So you could put those kind of instructions here. And then lastly, you have the screening preferences. This defaults to show 4 stars and above are allowed to apply without staff permission. Now, it will allow people with less star rating than that to apply, but they would be screened by staff. Now, there is the option to change the star rating for that, and then there's 2 other options. If you allow anybody to apply, then no one will be screened. No referrals will go to the approval queue. Anybody who's interested will be able to directly contact the employer. And then on the extreme opposite side of that, staff may be asked to screen all job seekers, even the 5-star matches that have the best qualifications. They may want you to screen every single one of them just to make sure, especially if there's a hard set requirement that they have for education or experience, they want staff to go in and verify those things first. And then lastly, it'll ask if they're interested in hearing about job center services. This will send an email to the business services coordinator, currently Michelle Dijon, and they will actually send them an email so they can reach out to the business services group in that region, can reach out to that employer. Once you hit save on this tab, it'll ask you to save and post it. It's going to pop up a box so you can review the final product. So you'll see here, this is what it'll look like. Once you hit post job, that is going to post it. And see, it will show up on their home page. They can make changes to it, they can put it on hold, they can close it. If you hit return to dashboard, it'll take you back to the job order dashboard. If you hit return to job, it just closes this pop-up if you need to make an edit right away. Which really, we went ahead and already did this job, so it'd be back on the dashboard now. And you see that's the only active job we have in the system right now. That is the job order posting process. And now if you have other job postings, you could go ahead and post those. We're going to actually go into the jobs or the employer's account and show you some other tips and tricks you can do. But we are going to go in and do the job post action menu in the next section first, and then we'll go back and show you the upload and the talent search.